Now, what sparked the reuniting of the original 4 KISS members? Was it the MTV?
No, it started a little before that. We were doing the KISS conventions around the country,
right?
Which consisted of taking a Hall of Fame, a KISS Hall of Fame, kind of a museum around the country, and meeting fans face to face like we're doing now. And when we got to Los Angeles, Peter called me up at home and wanted to bring his daughter, who didn't know about KISS, to see what it was all about, because she never saw the costumes, the drums, the whole thing. So he was invited on, and it was Eric Singer, our drummer then, who said, why doesn't he come in and play with you? You know, just 2 or 3 numbers. And that went so well that when we got to the East Coast and where Ace lived, we said, hey, come on down, we're going to do MTV Live, and just do 2 or 3 songs with us. But the farthest thing from our mind was getting together and touring again. Really? You know, the family for the longest time was dysfunctional, and we didn't want to get back together until if and when everybody was on the same road. And what happened at the MTV Unplugged Awards show was something that you really can't plan for. You know, it's like falling in love. You see somebody, it just clicks.
Right.
There's no denying that chemistry is part of it. And when we played those 2 or 3 songs together, something happened. I mean, what you saw there was basically what happened. We were all sort of looking at each other like, wow, it sounds like KISS. It sounds like the way it's supposed to be. So we started dating. You know, you go out a little bit and you start having dinners and so on. And one thing led to the other, and then we decided to do it. But only on the premise that it was going to be the best of the best. We didn't want to live in the shadow of the past. Right. If we couldn't surpass it, it wasn't worth doing. And everybody, to their credit, stepped up to bat. We had personal trainers. We did 7-day-a-week rehearsals. That's for 6 months. Because the very first show we decided to do was Tiger Stadium instead of other bands who go to B markets and kind of build up the show until they're ready. We decided all or nothing. The first show, we're either going to sink or swim. And we didn't know how well it was going to do or anything. The first show, 47,000 tickets, sold out in 43 minutes.
It's unreal.
They said we could play a week there. We decided, no, let's not do that. Let's make sure we cover as much ground as possible. You know, we'll come back.
Right. Did you expect that kind of reaction, though? I mean, you had to kind of expect that...
I'm a pig. Yes, I expected it.
I mean, but I would have, too. I mean, but...
Yeah.
I mean, KISS is so huge.
You know, before anybody becomes a world champion, whether it's Mike Tyson or anybody else, when you have a dream, you dream for the biggest. So, you know, as a little pudgy kid, everybody wants... Did you ever dream you'd become the world champion? Of course you did.
Yeah, that's
one of the things that makes you want to fight to become the world champion.
Right on, right on. We're talking with Gene Simmons of KISS live at the Q102 Halloween party at the Copper Tank. This really is a cool thing having Gene Simmons of KISS on Halloween. Now, now that you've done the reunion tour with the original 4 members of KISS, how would you assess that tour? Looking back on it now for that year.
Fabulous, because anything that was wrong with the original lineup initially, whatever family problems we had, everybody's had a chance to live and learn by their mistakes. Everybody grew up. And, you know, it's difficult for everybody to keep a family together, any family, whether it's...
25 years.
I mean, football teams are no different than KISS, and families are no different than KISS. You got 4 different people who have to live together, and you're together 24 hours a day. And we decided to undertake the tour of all tours. We did 100 shows around the world, across the globe twice. And to see 60,000 Japanese fans jump up at once, when usually the Japanese are very reserved, at Tokyo Stadium, which was the kickoff of the Japanese shows, and to go to Australia and Southeast Asia and stuff, it's, you know, it's like anything you ever hoped for, and it's a lot of work. You know, you're doing 5 shows a week, whether you're sick or not.
Right.
Because when you play Macon, Georgia someplace, as opposed to New York City, you've got to be every bit as good as you are in New York City. And if you play Dallas, you've got you got to be every bit as good as Dothan, Alabama.
That's right, man. And you are. I mean, the show at Reunion Arena was smash. Y'all came through twice, actually.
We came back.
Yeah, came back.
We didn't have enough time. We booked the tour ahead and didn't have a clue that we're all, you know, going to go clean. But we didn't take the point of view of let's put a date in and see how many it sells.
Right.
We just wanted to go around the world very quickly and make sure everybody knew that we were here.
You did that, man. You did that. KISS is back. The original 4. Let's go back to the Live 2 album, one of my favorites, Christine 16. It's Gene Simmons with KISS live on Q102, Texas Best Rock. Texas Best Rock, Christine 16. For Live 2 with Gene Simmons of KISS live at the Copper Tank for the Q102 Halloween party. We've got Quick Serve Johnny playing a little later, the Tomorrow People, but right now we're talking 10. The man, the God of Thunder, Gene Simmons, a Kiss on Q102. Tell me, Gene, what was that? That's Christine 16. What's that about?
I can't hear you. It's so crazy here. I can't hear you. Do it again.
I said, what's that song about? Christine 16. I don't get it.
Christine 16 is about a guy who drives around in cars.
And cruises the house.
And he's cruising for a bruising, but a little girl comes out of school, and she's 16, but it's not his fault, and something happens.
All right. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
She didn't look 16.
She didn't.
All right.
And he actually says, I don't usually say things to girls your age.
That's right. That's right. You do say that.
But when I
saw you going to school that day.
Yeah.
That day I knew.
I mean, he says it. And she's clean. And she's clean. Yeah, that's
she's
right.
Young and clean.
Yeah.
All right, man.
What are you going to do?
Carnival of Souls, you said was recorded a couple of years back.
Carnival of Souls was recorded in Los Angeles almost 3 years ago. And the farthest thing, again, from our minds was doing a reunion with Ace and Peter. We were happy taking the good ship Kiss where perhaps we never knew it could go. So in a lot of ways, Carnival of Souls is a very, very heavy guitar-oriented record because we didn't think about where we'd been. We were just going to go and cruise ahead. And having said that, though, we're in the middle of doing demos for the next studio record, which is going to be done right before Christmas. And the material is very much, not by design, but very much sounds like the follow-up to Destroyer.
Wow.
And I don't know why that is. It just kind of is coming out that way. There's a song called Spirit is Willing, but the Flesh is Weak, which could have been right off of Destroyer.
Wow, man. This is the new stuff you're working up with,
New stuff, yeah. Very, very exciting. And hopefully we'll get it done by February, March. And then we'll start rehearsing. And then July 4th, that free show someplace in these United States.
You're going to call me and let me know what's that, right?
And then the worldwide tour starts September, which will last literally through the next millennia.
That's unreal. That's a lot of time on the road, but then again, y'all are used to a lot of time on the road.
Well, it's either this or work, so it beats working. There's no choice.
What song do you want to hear off the new record, Carnival of Souls? What's your favorite?
You've played Jungle.
Jungle?
How about Hate?
Hate.
Hate's the start-off track. And Hate, for those of you that like ballads, is kind of a ballad.
Is it?
And it goes like this.
All right, there you go, Ed. This is Hate, the new Kiss on Q102, live at the Copper Tank. Following the Q102 Halloween party. Want to thank everybody here. You guys are great, man. Y'all hung out all night waiting for this guy, Gene Simmons. And I want to thank you, sir, so much.
Thank you.
It's such a
see you
pleasure.
next time. We'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. The new album is out.
Carnival of Souls, out today. Buy it. My mother wants another house.
That's right. And working on new stuff with the original four members.
Working on new stuff with Ace and Peter to be recorded by Christmas, out by the spring.
And then the big free show. You got to call us, man. You got to call us and tell us when and where.
We will, promise.
All right. Thank you so much, Gene.